What's going on? I can't go live, but I can record and then upload it. Because I haven't hit 1,000 subscribers. So, I'm just letting it be known. Listen, I was watching this case. Y'all can YouTube it. Look it up. It's called Morgan Geyser Sentencing Hearing, Part 1 of Dr. Brooke Landbohm testifies of 2, which is February the 1st of 2018. Look, y'all need to listen to this. Listen to what these medications are doing to these kids. And when I heard this, I had to make YouTube. I had to. Because this first thing I remembered. First thing was Project Orion. Now, none of you probably heard of it, but if y'all remember the book that was written, Behold a Pale Horse, by, I think it was William or Bill Cooper. Yeah, it's Bill Cooper, and it's called Project Orion. Let me tell y'all what this is written, because I've got the book pulled up on the internet, and I just want to read this out. Okay, it says, in his book, Behold a Pale Horse, published in 1991, radio talk show host Bill Cooper stated that the U.S. government was behind Project Orion. Okay, certain FBI or CIA types were using hypnosis and drugs to get ordinary people to commit mass murder in 1999. Columbine marked the real beginning of these shootings sprees by individuals who were seeing psychiatric professionals in taking psychiatric drugs. The recent James Holmes and Adam Lanza incidents would certainly indicate this. With James Holmes, however, there are bizarre circumstances. Holmes did not enter the theater through the lobby. Someone with a cell phone to their ear let him in through the emergency exit. It is customary in the U.S. not to use a cell phone while in a theater and illegal to let people in through emergency exits. Right, it's an emergency exit. And I was always under the impression you don't let nobody in through an emergency exit either. Now, where I heard that from, might have been my dad, might have been my mom. I don't remember. I just know you don't let nobody in through the exit. Well, it goes on about this James Holmes, and he had an AR-15, yet did not use it. He had a super high-capacity hunt-around magazine. The trouble with a magazine like that is one must wind the spring in for a feed belts or rifles chambers. Yeah, that might be so. Eyewitness describes multiple shooters, gas canisters being thrown from different locations. Holmes was a poor graduate student. He didn't have a lot of money, so where did he get all the money to buy all the expensive gear and weaponry? Well, for that one, I'm going to tell you all something that my mom always told me. It's not for what you know, it's for who you know. So that's all I'm going to put out there. Alright? Prosecutors keeping the death penalty and the trial's been put off for... Alright, well, I mean, there we go. It's just basics of... about Adam Lanza and different people and stuff that's happened. But all I'm saying is, here we go. We got Bill Cooper in Project Orion, okay? I already knew all this because I remember Bill Cooper talking about this years ago, okay? And I'm 36 years old, and I remember this probably when I was, I'm 36, so I bet I was 20, 21. It's been that long ago. I mean, heck, I don't remember when his book was even written. But let me tell you something about the biblical aspect of it. Let me tell you what pharma means. Now, I didn't look this up yet, but it ain't going to be hard. Pharma in Bible. Here we go. It's called the Sorceries of Babylon. And it's called Pharmaceuticals. Let me just show you a little bit about how the devil can get in you. Here we go. Almost everyone is now taking drugs for one reason or another. There is that vast arrays sold over the counter, plus the daily coping varieties of caffeine, nicotine, alcohol. Oh, yeah. And there's that which finds its way into processed food and drink, which you probably consume several times a day. Then there's the prescription kind. Most doctors who are piled by the pharmaceutical companies are happy can be the right prescription for every symptom on your list, which meets the expectation of even demands of many patients. To make the point, here's a Reuters, Reuters, I think that's Russian news article from August 1st of 2017. More than a third of U.S. adults prescribe opiates in 2015. Yeah, we all know how opiates are on people. Some point to this is a great evil because of the greed factor, the vast sums of money involved, and why I wouldn't dispute that my interest in the study lies elsewhere. Think about it. Pharmaceutical companies keep you addicted to this, or they call you a psycho and want to sell you a pill, bunches of them at that, for a certain amount of money to keep you sane, or if it has side effects, and keep you insane, and then give you some more drugs on top of that to keep you sane. Come on. There's more money right there. Most folks are casual about drug use because we've been sold the idea that legal drugs are for the good. But maybe the illegal drugs are for the good, and the legal drugs are for the bad. Gotta remember, Christ also said what will become good will be bad, and what is bad will become good. He said that. And that's Jim Carrey, I think, even said, what is topsy-turvy is now backwards. What's not or good is bad, and what's bad is good. Look it up. Google it. Jim Carrey said that. That's what he's seeing today in this world. And that's why he's painting all these different pictures and illusions and different stuff to show he knows. He knows what's going on. He knows about our soul. He knows about who you really are. You are a light. You are special. But society wants you to think you aren't special. You aren't this piece of light, this God-loving gift to this world. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But here we go. Most folks are casual about drug use because we've sold the idea that, here we go, legal drugs are for the good, physically and harmless spiritually, and that we can trust our lives to the professionals. What I'm going to present may be difficult to accept, but the evidence to the contrary is very convincing indeed. In the study, you will discover that there is a darker agenda than you may have imagined. The words pharmacy and pharmaceutical are derived from the Greek word pharmakia. Strong's G5331, whatever that is, it's in parentheses. It says this word is found in the Bible in the following passage of Scripture. 19. It's got the number 19. Now the deeds of the flesh are evident, which are immorality, impurity, whatever that word is, sensuality, 20. Adultery, sorcery, pharmakia, Edomites, strife, jealousy, outbursts of anger, disputes, dissensions, factions. 21. Envying, drunkenness, carousing, I guess that's the word, carousing, and things like these, of which I forewarn you, just as I have forewarned you, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdoms of God. And the light of a lamp will not shine if you, the great city Babylon, any longer, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride will not be heard, if you any longer, for your merchants were the great men of the earth, because all the nations, Athenians, were deceived by the sorcery, pharmakia. See, here we go. Children are being brainwashed, being confused. I mean, you wouldn't feed your kids alcohol, okay? Basically, this is what this is. Legally, under the states, the government, you are giving your kids alcohol, okay? And giving them a drunken state. That gives them all these spirits, these ghosts to come into their bodies, tell them what to do, and they do it, which is evil. All of it's going to be evil, and then you wonder why they end up in jail. You wonder why they end up in prison or any kind of court judicial system. Here we go. We're seeing it. Morgan Geyser. And then there was another girl, I can't remember her name, who had a miscarriage and tried to hide it and bury it or whatever. Same thing with that. But it goes on. I mean, look it up. You can Google it. I'm not going to go on and read all about it. But all I'm saying is, God told us this was going to happen. And it's happening. And so did Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper knew it was going to happen too. Way before it even started happening. That's why he wrote a book on it. Behold a Pale Horse. Y'all want to buy the book on Amazon. I couldn't tell you what year it was made. It was like 19 something, I think. But if y'all buy the book and read that, it's going to tell you what else is more going on in this world too, besides Project Orion, where they're with the kids, and that's why I don't take pharmaceutical drugs. I mean, it's pretty bad out there. Now, I'm not trying to get hooked on anything. It's going to ruin my career, ruin my life, ruin other people's lives. I want to stay true to the God that made me. Stay true to the world that I'm on. But yet, have an open heart for God. Not for the devil, who is Lucifer, with a third of his angels that got thrown to earth because they couldn't obey by God. I know, we humans are here. We gotta fight it. But so does God upstairs. He's got to too. And so does just about all of his angels too. I mean, I think it was Joel Somebody said something about still today, still fighting with the devil's angels, third of his angels. Something about him being up in heaven, and he's still fighting. There's a war going on in heaven. So it's not as nice as we think it is up there today. Even today, there's still a war going on for the ruling of God. I think it was Joe, but I might be wrong. I'll tell you, my dad is the best one to know about that. I know he's told me, but I just can't remember. Heck, that's been a while ago since I've talked about that. But maybe I'll post a comment under this video about it and let y'all know what verse biblically and stuff like that when I talk to my parents next time. That way y'all know. I'm not saying, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not saying to keep your kids off medication. But all I'm saying is, if you got a problem with your kids doing the weird stuff in school, or you have any kind of problems with it, look at the medicines. That's all I'm saying. You know, if there's a way you can go natural, do that. And yet they be under control. But biblically, read up on it. And read up on Bill Cooper, Project Orion. And you let me know which one you decide. I'm just letting you know, I was born the old way, the old style. And I was also taught not to take pharmaceutical drugs, which I don't. Even if, like, I get a tooth pulled or something like that, I try not to. And if it hurts too bad, I just put ice on it. Because I know those drugs will get you hooked. And that just invites all nothing but harm into your body. And I'm not about that. I'm a good soul. Will always remain a good soul. So, I just thought I'd throw it out there. I seen that. I had to make a comment about it. So, God bless y'all. Love y'all. Stay safe out there. And always be on the alert. And be protected. And wear your protection. For you guys out there. And y'all know what I mean by that.